Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first video where I kind of do a voiceover, so please bear with me. I'm still figuring things out. I thought I'd do a YouTube video today showing you how I carve my leather book covers. I've been getting lots of comments on certain tools that I use, kind of leather that I use, so I'll kind of break it down in this video. Obviously, the first thing you're going to need is to pick a book that you're wanting to rebind. I like to use MDF style board. You can definitely use like the bookbinding board you find on Amazon, that is sufficient, but I like my books to be kind of on the heavier side, so I like to use this really thick kind of chipboard. And then this raised piece is just a cardboard cutout that I did on the Cricut, and it's off of a sketchbook backing, so it's just sturdy enough to kind of give it that raised look. So the kind of leather that I like to use personally is vegetable tanned sheep leather. Another common material that you can find is goat leather, but this is just what my local Tandy Leather has in stock. So this is what I like to use. I like to go for obviously the thinner thickness. You don't want anything higher than 3 ounces because that's even on the thicker side. So I try and go between 1 and 2 ounces. And I like to get the vegetable tanned because I dye it and paint it and everything myself, which I might make a video on at some point as well. Some other important tools that you're going to need are a bone folder. This one is just a plastic one that I got from Michael's, so any bone folder will do. I use this to push into the grooves of the cover when we attach the leather to it, and it gets into the crevices really nicely. The other thing is a ruler, either this one. Well, I like to have a mix of small and large rulers. The next thing is just a pair of scissors to cut leather, paper, anything else. Now the main tool that you're going to use to carve leather is called a swivel knife, and it's just a small blade that cuts into the leather, and that's what gives us the lines and impressions of the design that we decide. You can find this on Amazon, Tandy Leather, really any leather store, even some crafting stores. Some other tools that I have are just like various stamps. Each one has kind of a different function. There's decorative ones, there is images like a little acorn, flowers, and then there's texturizing ones for backgrounds, which add a lot of depth and dimension. This is a bevel that you can use around the lines, just again to give it some more dimension. The other kind of stamps that I like are font stamps. They come in so many different sizes, fonts. There's so many to choose from, really. Today I'll be using these ones for the title. The other thing that I like to use for carving, especially intricate designs and small designs, is the Resparked Customizer engraving kit. I want to thank Resparked for sponsoring today's video. They so generously sent me their 2 products to show you guys today. But the product I want to highlight today is the new customizing engraving kit that they're coming out with. This engraving kit is a more curated experience. It comes with 15 bits instead of 30, so you have more specialized selection. It also comes with a start to finish project in it. If you've never used this pen before, it's nice to have the project to kind of get you started and testing out the pen. Inside you have the manual for the pen and the bits. This is the main project that's within this kit. It comes with a couple different stencils. This one, and then there's a planner on it, so you just trace on the stencil and then you use your pen with the different bits and engrave it on there. They also include a dry erase marker so you can write on your planner. They also have magnets for you to attach your new planner on your fridge. Comes with a charging cable. It also comes with a nice key ring and a couple different materials to make a keychain. The other stencil that it comes with, so you have some letters and a couple different designs that you can use to engrave your keychains. I really love that they have the stencils included in this kit because you can kind of just jump right into it and get started. You don't have to put too much thought process behind the designs. This is what the pen looks like. It's super nice to hold. The bits just slide in on the top there. If you guys are wanting to pick up your own Resparked Customizer kit, check out my description box. I have an affiliate link that you can use to get your own pen. Now continue watching and I'll show you how I like to use this when I carve my covers. Moving on to the carving part of this video. So the first thing you want to do is just figure out where your boards are going to sit on your leather. I made these 2 hinge templates that I like to use. This is 1/2 inch. Then I just trace out where the boards are going to go. And then I mark out where the hinges will sit. I like to glue the spine on first, but before we do that, we're going to add the ridges with some twine. Now that we have the cord glued on, I like to glue the spine on first just to make sure that the board stays centered. The glue that I like to use is neutral pH adhesive by Line-Co. I like this stuff because it's a neutral pH and it sticks really good. And then using a clean sponge and some water, I just wet the leather and it makes it more malleable and it stretches over the ridges that we just made. To use the end of a ruler just act as a nipper to get each side really nice and sharp. This is where the spacers come into play, so you just want to line it up to the spine. And then I like to make sure it's in line. We're going to use the same glue on this. You want to make sure that you're getting the glue in all of the crevices on the side. That's important for when we add leather later, just to make sure that it's sticking. You kind of want to work a little bit faster just because the glue does dry a little bit faster. You could use wheat paste glue, but I just don't have any right now. Line it up and press it down. Use a clean sponge and some water. And then using your bone folder, you just push it into all of the crevices and define all of the shapes. your boards from warping. I try and get the designs carved in the leather while it's still wet at this stage, and then you're not adding too much more water. Okay, now that our cover boards are attached, it's time to carve them. I'll print them out on thicker printer paper and just trace with the stylus. But today I'm going to be using tracing paper where I've traced the design that I came up with onto it. This just is a little bit easier with the designs being on embossed covers because it's easier to cut. I just want to re-wet cover. Place your design where it's going to go. And then I use one of these dotting tools for sculpting or nail art. And you essentially just trace over the design on the paper. You don't want to push too hard that you're going to push through the paper, but you want to put enough pressure that it's going to transfer onto the leather. Okay, now that your design is transferred, and now I'm just going to talk a little bit about the different carving tools that you can use. Okay, as I showed earlier, the different tools that you'll need for this project, this is the swivel knife, which is like main tool that you'll use to carve leather. Most leather workers use this tool to make their designs. My favorite tool, the engraving pen, because it's super comfortable to hold and I can get super detailed designs without breaking my fingers. When you use a swivel knife, you put your finger in this little resting place and you essentially follow the line while twisting. So I find it really hard to get like smooth curly lines, which I really like to put on my covers, and that's why I like this pen more, because it's easier to move around than the swivel knife. And after a long time my fingers start to hurt. I'm going to use the pen for this design, and then if you guys are wanting more in-depth tutorial using the swivel knife, then I can definitely do something like that. Just let me know in the comments. This kit comes with 15 bits and they have quite a good range of sizes. I'm going to use the smallest one just to get some of the finer detail. Okay, when using this pen, you don't want the leather to be too wet, otherwise you risk tearing it when you're dragging the bit across the leather. So you want it to be wet but not super wet. So like this is probably a good amount. So let's do the corners first. You want to put enough pressure that it'll make the indentation, but you don't want to push too hard or you can go through your leather. I find going certain directions easier because of the direction that the bit is rotating. That's what it looks like. You can definitely see the difference. It's darker, and when you feel like you can rub your finger over it and you can feel that there's definitely lines there. So, and I'm going to continue doing the designs on the outside, and then I'll do the owl. This, I'm going to do the letters with the swivel knife. I find that using the knife for straight lines easier for me just because my hand is a little shaky and I can kind of use the straight edge of the blade easier than the pen. So just rest your finger in the resting spot, and then you just apply pressure and follow your lines. The front side of this cover is now carved. The only thing that I'm going to add is the title with stamps, and then this book is going to have a quote on the back using the same stamps, and then I'm also going to add the same filigree design into the corners. And then there will also be spine details, but they're mostly going to be painted on rather carved on. So I'm going to use this alphabet stamp to do the Harry Potter title. So to make sure I get each book's the same, since I'm doing the series, I made myself a template out of cardboard, and I just cut out the size of the stamp, and then I marked where each letter should go. So then I end up with the same title on each book. And just like that, I have the title all stamped in, and because of the template, I will be able to replicate this the same over all of the books. If you guys are interested in the Resparked Special Edition Customizer Kit, check out my description. I have a link for you guys that you can use, and it'll take you to this awesome pen. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I really appreciate you guys watching.